Hello everyone, and thanks for joining me today for another craft time. So I'm excited to show you guys what we're doing today. Today we are going to be making pinwheels. So they're kid friendly, so there's not a lot of poking sharp objects involved, so that's good. This idea came from the blog called Ruffles and Rain Boots. She's actually very funny. I really enjoy her. So if you want to see a step-by-step tutorial written out, you can visit her blog. That's again Ruffles and Rain Boots. But if you are more of a visual kind of person in terms of seeing how it's done, I'll be showing you how to make a pinwheel today. They are very, very easy. So first things first, you're going to need some craft foam. Now, the pieces that I have here are 6 inches by 9 inches. You're going to want to measure it and cut it into about 5 by 5. As you can see here, I kept my other piece, so you definitely want to keep this because this is also important. So once you get that measured out and cut, because you're going to want like a ruler or a measuring tape or just something that just to measure that out to make sure that that's there. What else you will want is half of a pipe cleaner, a stapler or glue dots. I don't have glue dots, so I had to use my stapler. But if I'm being 100% honest with you, I think glue dots might actually work better to make it easier and less difficult to stick together. You'll want a paper straw. So there are all sorts of fancy designs and colors online, so whatever you want for your paper straws. Something to punch a hole with, so I happen to have a hole puncher, but if you don't, just regular scissors will work, so you'll want some of those scissors too. And lastly, you don't need glue, as in a glue stick, but you'll want something kind of about the size of the cap, and you'll see why. So first, to start, you will want to take your nice 5 by 5 square and fold it so it makes an X. So you don't want a plus, you want an X. So you do that by taking your corner to corner, like so, and really try to make a crease because you want to be able to see that crease. So you can run a card or an eraser or something on there, or just use your fingers. So there's your first crease. And now you're going to take your other corners, so the ones here at the bottom of your first crease, and fold them together corner to corner, like so. And again, make a nice tight crease. So you can see your X. Next thing you want to do is punch a hole right in the center. So the easiest way to do this is to just fold your foam right back up, and where you see the creases meet right here in the middle, just take your hole punch, put it halfway on there, and punch it in. So you have a hole right in the center, right about in the center. Next thing you want to do is you want to cut to about an inch away from the center of the hole. So you'll cut along those creases, so those corners. So you can just eyeball it. It doesn't have to be exact. So you just go about, I go about that much in. And you just do that for all of the creases. So for me, that's about 3 tiny little snips in there. One, two, three. One, two, three. And if it's not exact, that's okay, but you want something like this. So your next step, this one is kind of tricky, but not exactly, not too bad. all you got to do is just punch a hole in every other corner. Now, you don't want to go all the way to the end, because if you punch a hole all the way through the tip, then that'll throw off the balance of your pinwheel. So you just want to do it right towards the edge, but not quite. So see, doesn't punch all the way through. And you skip another corner and just go up to the next one. Punch right in there. And then again. And again. So as you can see, it's every other corner. So how I look at it is, if I start on the right-hand corner, I just rotate it and do every right-hand corner for every little slice. But all right. So your next step, you're going to set this aside for a moment, and you're going to take your half piece of pipe cleaner, and you're going to wrap it tightly around your straw a couple times. So you want to make a ball or a knot or something. So about 2, 3, 4 times around, so it's nice and tight, like so. And then you're going to slide this bad boy off of the straw for a moment, just like that. So before we come back to this again, this is where your extra piece of foam comes in handy. So if you look here on my pinwheel, there's this little circle here on the front and on the back. So this will help hold everything together. So in order to get those little circles, that's where your glue cap comes in handy. So you want to make a little circle, 2 of them about 1 inch in diameter. So what I do is I just take the foam, take the glue cap, and press down hard to make a crease, and press down hard again to make another crease. So that way you have your visual of where you can cut, and then you just cut those out. So 1, and of course they don't have to be perfect circles, because those are very, very hard to do, in my opinion. But if you've got that guide, they should be circle-ish. And then once you've got your holes right in the center of them, just go ahead and use your hole puncher to punch a hole right in the center of both of them. So 1, 2. All right. So now we can make our pinwheel. So first, start with a corner. It doesn't matter which one, but you want to start with the hole and fold it so it is lined up with the hole in the center. And you just take your stapler or a glue dot and staple or glue dot right in the middle. So like that. And then you just keep folding all of your circles so they overlap with one another. You can see it just like that, and just keep gluing or stapling or whatever it is you do until you get all of them folded nicely. So here's the third one. And the last one. And that's the nice thing about our little circles that'll hold everything together, because you won't be able to see the staples. So if you're worried about how it looks with staples, if you're using staples, don't be. The only problem with using a stapler is you gotta maneuver it when you get that last one together, because it's kind kind of bulky. So, and my stapler is very not bulky. So I gotta kind of do some weird angles and push it down just a little bit to try to get it to fit. So bear with me. This is why glue dots would probably be a better option in this case, but stapler works still just fine. There. So you should have a shape just like this. All right. So next thing you want to do is layer your circles with your pinwheels. So how it'll go on is it'll go circle, pinwheel, that, circle. But before I do that, I'm going to try a little experiment. So if you look at my pinwheel here, I have a lot of pipe cleaner. So I kept my extra half of my pipe cleaner and was using it as a support for the back, just in case the pipe cleaner itself, just your first piece, doesn't support the pinwheel. Mine didn't, so I just used the rest of the pipe cleaner to support it so it could be a little reinforced. However, on Ruffles and Rain Boots, on the actual blog, she recommends using pony beads. I do not have pony beads, that's why I use the pipe cleaner, but I did find some leftover headphone pieces from some earbuds of mine from a long time ago that I've never used. So these have not been in my ear. So that's probably good to know. But they're kind of pony bead shaped. So I'm going to see if these might help reinforce my pinwheel a little better than a pipe cleaner. But if you don't have pony beads like me, you can just use that pipe cleaner. But if you got other things that you want to try, go ahead and go for it, because you can improvise any way that you want. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide my pipe cleaner back onto our straw, like so. And then I'm going to slide these little headphone bits on, and we're going to see how this goes. So if it doesn't work, then I'll just use pipe cleaner, but if it works, then yay, I learned something new today, because that's what we're doing. It's a learning experience. We're learning together. But I did not think to grab those beads when I grabbed everything else. But as you can see, I've got them on there. So this would be beads if you have them, or pipe cleaner if you want. So then we go our circle, our pinwheel, and then our other circle. And then you just knot here at the end to try to make it a nice little ball so it all stays together. So I just twist mine, twist, 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 twist. This is the hard part for me because, like, can I ball it? Maybe. But all right, there you go. So when you get that all together, you should have a nice little pinwheel like this, and you should be able to spin it. So I think these are fun, and it looks like, yeah, my little headphone bits, they're a little wobbly, but overall it looks like they're going to do the job just fine. But like I said before, if that doesn't work, you can always just reinforce it with the rest of your pipe cleaner. But that's what I have for you today for our craft. So I hope that you enjoyed it. I know I had a lot of fun making these, obviously, since I made 2 of them before I did this one. So if you have any requests for a craft for any of us, just let us know. But that's what I have for you today. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.